Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my Creative Playground. And happy Indigenous People Day. I think that's the new name for Columbus Day. But anyway, none of these changes make sense to me, but that's just me and I'm old. So today what I want to do is I want to show you this new suite of products that came out, and I didn't print the flyer off for the suite. I can't believe I didn't do that. Framed florets, and this set is going to be in the January catalog, so for the spring catalog, and it's a beautiful, beautiful set, and they've designed some special paper for it. The paper will not be in the January catalog, so the paper is only available while supplies last, so you all will be able to order, you as customers will be able to order November and December. And if you're interested, Stampin' Up! Is also doing a recruiting special right now. It's called the Starter Kit Plus. And if you were to join my team, you can add this item as part of your starter kit. So that would be really cool. But let me show you the paper. So this is the stamp set that will be in the January catalog. This is a holiday sentiment set that they've included with it. I don't think that that's going to be in the January catalog. That wouldn't make sense for that to be in the January catalog. But this paper is beautiful, and it's all these different types of flowers, and there's dies that cut some of these sprigs out. And then there is also some paper that could be used for Christmas. So, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And these two patterns could be, this could definitely be a Christmas pattern. And I'll show you what I've done with that. And then this is the back side of the paper. And there's just some really pretty patterns with this. And these are the dies, and I think the dies are actually the best part of this. So remember when we were all upset when ovals went away? Well, ovals are back, but in a different form. So what I did today was I stamped all the images, and then I cut out all the dies. So there's a grouping of flowers. There's also a swag. There's some leaves, different sets of leaves, and then here's some independent flowers that are definitely the flowers that are over here. And then there are 3 dies that go with this, and this one cuts out hearts, but it doesn't cut out the oval part. So you would use this to make an oval with hearts on the front of your card. There's this die, which is really cool, and that cuts out this detailed oval here. And this is my favorite, this die here. And then there's also 2 leaves included with this. So there's a lot that you can do. And so let me show you what we can do today with some of this. And I have a lot of ideas in my head too that I haven't had a chance. I just got this set on Friday, so I started playing with it yesterday, and I have lots of other ideas in my head. So let's get started with that. And so these are the cards that I designed today, and again I made this one look Christmassy, and I colored the flowers red so that they look like Christmas roses, and then I used the wooden sprigs that we have, and I added another flower to the inside with a Merry Christmas. So I think that's pretty. And then I love this. So this one I used the die. I cut out several different layers with this, and I used different dies, and I will show you how I did that. And then this one, rather than coloring the flowers, I used some of the flowers that were in the designer paper. And one of the dies does cut out some of the flowers that are in the designer paper. And I didn't do anything to the inside of this one yet. So this set comes with the paper. It comes with these really cool spiral elements. They look like wheels almost, but I don't know, it looks like a spring that's either pinched down all the way or like a wheel, what we can do here. So let's start with this one. And I'm going to make this is the second time that I'm making it, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. I never make two cards the same. So on this one I used obviously basic white, real red, and the designer paper, which is evening evergreen and soft succulent. So I thought this time, what if I use soft succulent for the base? And because you don't always have to use basic white. So I've got a card base that's cut to 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. There's our card base. Okay, and I have cut a piece of real red cardstock to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm doing a really narrow margin on this. So this should be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Yep, there we go. Definitely. Okay, so what I want to do to give it this Christmassy look is I'm going to take my red blends marker and I'm going to color these little berries so they look like holly berries. So what I did was I just went around the little dot that's on there and very carefully colored . Okay, so there's our berries. And what I was going to do was, with this one, I cut a white center. So when you cut these frames out, you get an automatic oval when you cut the frames out. So with this one, I used a white center. And I thought with this, oh, it might be cool to do a soft succulent center. So it's going to make it a little bit more green and red. So let's put these pieces together now. You can tell where I colored my berries. Okay, there we go. And we put this . So for the inside, I like to, if it's a colored piece of colored cardstock, I like to cut a piece of white that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that you can write your message. And then I usually like to, stamp my message, and then also I'll add something else that ties into the card. So I'll either add a piece of designer paper across the bottom if I've got some good scraps laying around, or in this case I added the flower on the inside. Okay, so let us stamp our "May the season be filled with peace and joy." So these are the sentiments that come as part of this bundle. So you could just buy the stamp set, the dies, and the paper. You wouldn't necessarily need to buy the sentiments if you're not looking for more Christmas sentiments. But let's put this down first. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll pop that up. So I'm just going to use some glue. I have a fine tip glue here. Okay, and so I'm just going to center this in the front. Okay, and then let's pop this up. almost put that on upside down. There we go. Okay, so I colored another one of these. So what I did for these was, these are the wooden ornaments, and I just colored the berries red with my blends, and then I colored the stems green with that. So I think that adds a fair amount. And then the other thing that this has, here we go. Here's all these different pieces that I cut today. So here's the flowers. Here's some of the leaves. I like this sprig too, so I might put that. I might use that. And then there's this really cool swag. And these are the flowers that I used earlier that I'm going to color. And then these are the flowers if you cut them out. And then for the next card that I'm doing, I cut out one of the frames from the designer paper, and I thought that came out really cool. So I have to figure out how to use this now, because we're going to use that with the next piece. So let's put this, I'm going to use some glue dots on this. And I'm going to kind of fit a glue dot in there. And let's kind of want to hide that there. There we go. There we go. 99% of the time you can hide. You can hide things. Okay, so let's use a glue dot to put this on. And this obviously has its own depth to it since it's cut out of balsa wood. Let's put that there. There we go. And then let's color our flowers. So actually, I'm going to flip this over. It'd be easier for you to see if I'm coloring not on white. Okay, so I have the soft succulent, and I have real red, and I have yellow for the center of the flowers. Let's use a wink of Stella and give that a little bit of pizzazz. I love what the wink of Stella does to the flowers that you've colored. Yeah, this one's just about empty. So, okay, right there. And we've got some dimensionals. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then for the inside, I've got the Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to use a glue dot to, to attach the leaf. And then another one, and we'll do the flower. And let's see. I think what I wanted to do was put one of these in the center, but I think that these are too thick. And I don't know that that's going to work on that. The iridescent pearls, which are beautiful, and they pick up color. I think that would be good on that. Okay, so let's try a few of these. I haven't used these yet, as you can tell. And let's just put a couple of these on the front to highlight this. I'm just randomly placing them. Oop. There we go. Okay, so there is our Christmas card. 2 different ways. And you have to tell me which one you like best. Do you like the one with the white or with the soft succulent in the middle? So. Okay, so our second card is this card. And what I wanted to do with this is I wanted this to stand up and stand out. So I've got a piece of soft succulent. So I'm going to do that with the layering. It will make sense in a minute. And I'm going to score that at 4 1/4. Score, not cut. I have the little dimensional things all over my lap. Anyway, okay, so I have a piece of soft succulent. I have a piece of balmy blue that I have cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is a piece of the designer paper. And what I did was I cut the frame out of it because we're going to frame this, or we're going to use this to frame it. But then I wanted that centerpiece to be white. So I'm going to attach the designer paper. Table just gets too crowded. Hey Steph, good to see you. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up with the balmy blue. And then that's going to go on the card front. There we go. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this is going to be here, and we're going to stamp our message on that, but we're going to pop this up so it's going to look 3D. And we're going to glue this down. So again, I'm going to use my fine tip glue. And this is a pretty detailed die, so you have to kind of work around the little cutouts in it. But I'm just going to put a few drops in key places there. Okay. And we'll line this up. This is pretty paper. There we go. Okay. I'm wondering if I can do that. Okay. So when I did this a little while ago, I put this on, and then I tried to stamp the message, and then the message didn't come out. That's why I lost a second one. But let's see. Hopefully, I can get the message on here. So I'm using Balmy Blue. Okay, so I'm going to push down a little bit harder. There we go. Got it. All right. That actually came out better than the other one did the second time. Okay. So we can put this here. Other flowers down here. And I happen to have my Balmy Blue. So let's put these flowers here. Up there. So it's really cool that the dies do cut out some of the flower pieces. But I like hand-colored flowers too. So, okay, I'm going to put that there. And let's make these flowers Balmy Blue since we're doing that in the pink. Do the polished pink. Because the Balmy Blue's we've got so much blue on this. Okay, so this is polished pink, which is one of the in colors, and it will be going away in May. So, okay, so now I'm going to put these. Wow, that is different. It looks different down there versus being shaded. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to save one for the inside. And I think what I want to do is, where did those go? Here they are. I love these iridescent pearls. I think these would be really pretty in the center. And also you can use a blends marker or a Sharpie, and you can color the center of these. So you could make those yellow too. And I'm going to actually add a couple around here too. There we go. Okay, now let's find a good sentiment for the inside. Okay, wishes for a beautiful birthday. So then we've got, so lucky to call you a friend. Actually, I like that. Thank you with all my heart for a special person on a special day. Just a little reminder that you are loved, and celebrate. Let's do so lucky to call you friend. I like that. Used. Okay, so this is going to go in the center of our card. So I'm going to take the Balmy Blue again. And let's put that there. And let's do this. Let's put this up here. Oops. I'm just going to add that there. And then what I wanted to do was to look at my scraps. So that's what I like to do with my little scraps. There we go. And there is our finished card. Okay. Actually, I think I like the darker pink a little bit better. But then also I did use the iridescent pearls. So let's see if we use these on here. On this one, because we didn't put anything on this. Let's see how that looks. Okay. So which one do you think you like better? You like the darker pink too? What's the name of the set? This set is the Framed Florets, and it will be available November 1st or tomorrow if you want to sign up for my team stuff. You know my whole team. So, and then this is Framed and Festive. So these are Christmas sentiments, and this all comes as a bundle. But you don't necessarily need to buy the Christmas sentiments if you know that you're going to use this, this in the spring. So, and this stamp set and the dies will be in the January catalog, but the paper will not. So the paper is only available while it lasts. So, if you really like the paper, I would order it at the beginning of November. And this is the paper. This is the piece we used here. That's the back. That's a bit dark for me, but I think this is pretty, even though it's a darker background, but it's pretty. There's the pink. Here's the pinks. These are the ones that you can cut out with the die. You can cut this bunch out with the die and this, but you'd have to fussy cut this. This is the piece that I used for the Christmas cards, and I colored the berries red. And then this one I think you could also use for Christmas as well. So, and it's got a pink background. So that is the new set. And thank you for stopping by tonight. Okay, take care everyone, and enjoy your week.